In this video, I'll be walking you through how to create a United States-based LLC from anywhere in the world, even if you don't live in the United States. It's simpler than you think, and by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to get started with one. Make sure to follow along with this video and don't skip any steps so that way you don't make any mistakes. But without further ado, let's get into it. Creating a US-based LLC from anywhere in the world might seem a little bit daunting, but it's actually much simpler than most people think. A limited liability company, or LLC, is one of the most popular business structures in the United States due to its flexibility, affordability, and strong liability protection. Whether you're an entrepreneur based in another country or someone looking to tap into the US market, forming an LLC can open up incredible opportunities. In this guide, we'll break down the key steps, benefits, and details that you need to know in order to get started with your US LLC, no matter where you're located. The first thing to understand is that forming an LLC in the US is not restricted to citizens or residents. Unlike common misconceptions, you don't need to have US citizenship, a green card, or even a US social security number to start a company. As a non-resident, you can legally establish a US LLC online and gain access to many advantages of doing business in the US. These advantages include access to the US financial ecosystem, the ability to transact in US dollars, and the prestige of operating a US registered business. Many entrepreneurs find that the process of forming an LLC in the United States is actually easier and much more cost-effective than forming a business in their own country. One of the most attractive aspects of a US-based LLC is the liability protection that it provides. As the name implies, a limited liability company shields its owners from personal liability. This means that if the business is sued or incurs debts, your personal assets such as your home or savings are protected. This separation between personal and business assets is one of the main reasons entrepreneurs choose to form an LLC in the first place. Additionally, LLCs offer tax flexibility. They are considered a pass-through entity, meaning that the business itself doesn't pay federal income taxes. Instead, profits and losses are passed through to the owners who report them on their individual tax returns. This structure can be especially beneficial for non-US residents as it minimizes US tax obligations in many cases. To start this process, you'll first need to decide how you want to form your LLC. There are two main options here. You can either do it yourself and file all the necessary paperwork with the United States, or use a professional service like Doola, which specializes in helping non-US residents establish US-based businesses. Filing this kind of paperwork on your own involves choosing a state, selecting a registered agent, and submitting the required paperwork. Popular states to form an LLC include places like Wyoming and Delaware due to their business-friendly regulations, low fees, and strong privacy protection. For instance, Delaware offers anonymity for business owners, while Wyoming allows the use of nominee owners for additional privacy. If you're planning to raise venture capital or convert your LLC into a C corporation in the future, I would highly recommend checking out Delaware. Delaware is often the preferred option. Otherwise, Wyoming is highly recommended for online entrepreneurs and e-commerce businesses due to its low annual fees and straightforward requirements. A registered agent is also a crucial part of the LLC formation process. This is a designated individual or company that receives official documents on behalf of your business. Most states require an LLC to have a registered agent with a physical address in the state that you form in. If you're not based in the US, you can hire a professional registered agent service to fulfill this requirement. Many LLC formation services, including Doola, offer registered agent services as part of their packages, making it easy to comply with state regulations. After forming your LLC, the next step is obtaining an employer identification number, or EIN for short. This is a number that you get from the Internal Revenue Service, and it's essentially used as the tax ID number for your business, and it's required to open a US business bank account. You'll also need this number to hire employees and file taxes. If you have a social security number, you can apply for an EIN online and pretty much receive it instantly. However, if you're a non-resident without a social security number, you'll need to complete Form SS4 and submit it to the IRS by fax or by mail. While this process can take a few weeks, it's a necessary step to fully operationalize your US LLC. Services like Doola and other professional services can assist with the EIN application to ensure everything is done correctly. There's also the idea of opening a US bank account, and that's another critical step of operating your LLC. Having a US business bank account not only simplifies transactions, but also adds credibility to your business. While it can be challenging for non-residents to open a bank account without visiting the United States, there are online banking options like Mercury or Relay, which you can get started with links down in the description. These are great business banking options, and they give you tons of flexibility to get started with a bank account completely online. Once you've provided an EIN and have the necessary formation documents, you should be pretty much ready to go with your US-based LLC. Once your LLC and bank accounts are set up, you'll need to think about how you actually want to accept payments too. When we look at this, Stripe is one of the best options for non-residents as it doesn't require a US Social Security number and only needs an EIN and formation documents to get up. Stripe is widely used for e-commerce businesses and online services due to its seamless integration and global reach. PayPal could also be another option here that you could use as a backup. Now that we've talked a little bit about the features, let's talk about how to get started with Doola and going through the process of setting up an LLC with them. The first thing you want to do is use the link down in the description to get started with Doola. When you click that link, you should be brought to a page that looks like this. As you can see, Doola has a bunch of different services that they offer, but we're going to be focusing mostly on their LLC option here. First things first, I want to go to the pricing just so you guys have a very good idea of exactly how much you'll need to pay if you use this service. They have a starter plan, which is basically for basic formation, EIN services, registered agent, virtual address, which are basically just all the essentials to get a US business bank account. As you can see, this specific plan is priced at about $297 a year, plus any state fees that you might have to pay. If we want to go with their total compliance package, we're going to be looking at about $1,999 a year. This is everything that you get in the starter plan, plus the stress-free compliance, BOI filings, and you'll even get a CPA consultation and state and IRS tax filings. This is really important if you want to keep your business compliant, which is a really big deal if you want to be able to operate consistently as an LLC. If your business isn't compliant, they could take your LLC status away and you wouldn't get that liability protection. Then if you want to go with their most popular plan, there's their Total Compliance Max plan. This is basically everything in total compliance plus a dedicated human bookkeeper to keep accurate financials and peace of mind. This is actually a pretty helpful thing, especially when it comes to bookkeeping, considering the fact that that's super important that you keep those records up to date and accurate. As you can see, this specific pricing plan is only about $329 a month, which is actually a pretty good deal. We'll go ahead and go with our Total Compliance Max plan, considering the fact that it's the most popular and it gives access to everything that we need. Once we click that pricing plan, we'll then be brought to this page. When we're on this page, we're going to enter in some basic personal information so that way we can get started with Doola. Once we have all of that, we'll then sign up with an email. Once we've made our account, the first question they'll ask us is what country do we reside in? Considering the fact that we're going to be making our LLC from a different country, we'll go ahead and choose any different country other than the United States here. And they have a bunch of different countries that you can choose from, so don't worry if you're in a country that you don't think that they have offered. They pretty much cover everything that you can think of. Now, for the sake of this video, we'll go with any of these countries, so we'll go ahead and say that we're forming this country in Italy. Once we've done that, we'll then hit the next button, which will take us to this page where they ask how they can help you. Either you can form or start a new US business or run and grow my existing business. We'll go ahead and select the top one and hit continue. We're now officially inside of Doola's dashboard. And as you can see here, we can get started with our company name as well as the formation documents and the EIN number. All we have to do is hit the My Company button or hit the Get Started button up here, where we just have to provide our company details to access our services. And that's pretty much it. Doola will take care of the rest of this and walk you through step by step on how to complete all of this process. If you guys have questions, make sure to comment them down below. Also, if you want to get started with Doola, make sure to use the links down in the description, as they are affiliate links and they do help support this channel. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to see you guys in any of our future videos that we create. Make sure to hit that like button and subscribe. Other than that though, I'll see you guys in the next one.